Yep, gotta clear something else up. Hello guys, welcome, or if you've already seen my channel before, welcome back. I am the Philadelphia Whovian, and with this video we're going to be talking about that thing from the 11th Doctor's last season, Handles. Some of you know him as Handles because that's his name, but if you forgot the character's name, I'll remind you. He's the Cyberman head that the 11th Doctor was carrying around throughout the story of the time of the Doctor. Now, as I have been watching every now and again, people talk of Time of the Doctor. Every now and again, I've gotten people who mention Handles and call him a plot hole, or the idea that he appears out of nowhere, a plot hole. I'm going to clear this up. No, Handles is not a plot hole. Not because I'm trying to be contradictory to you. I'm just going off of the fact that what a plot hole by definition actually is. A plot hole, what is a plot hole? A plot hole is a hole in the plot. What is the plot? The plot is exposition, inciting incident, rising action, climax, falling action, and denouement. Which means a plot hole is a hole in one of those things, where you have something that does not match up with something that happens later. For example, when you have a character who could not speak a language in the exposition, but in the inciting incident or rising action, out of nowhere, the character can speak this new language with no explanation for why they can speak this language. That is a plot hole. When in the context of the storytelling, something does not match up over here. Or when you have a character who is in one place in the inciting incident or in one part of the story, and then out of nowhere they're in another room or they're in another area when there's no physically possible way they could have been in that area when it's supposed to be in another area and in the part of the narrative, like that. Or when characters are supposed to be like handcuffed together, and then a couple shots later they're not handcuffed together, but then all of a sudden after that they are handcuffed together. These are holes in the plot where you have actions that do not match up with other actions that should be matching up in some way, shape, or form. Okay, now with Time of the Doctor, now that you guys know what a plot hole is, with Time of the Doctor, when do we meet Handles? In the very beginning of the story, making it very heavily implied that Handles was something or an adventure or was created before Time of the Doctor. This is not a plot hole. This is something that clearly happened before the narrative even began. Meaning, that's what we in the writing world called the moment before. Where the more moments you have before a story, the more fleshed out and the more meaty the story can easily become. The reason why is because the more moments you have before, the more interesting and the more details you can do along the way when it comes to the narrative of the actual story. So, Handles, again, it's obvious, it's blatantly implied that this is something the Doctor picked up or created, took a Cyberman's head, did whatever he did to do with it to make Handles. He made Handles before the Time of the Doctor even began. So it's something that happened after Day of the Doctor and between Time of the Doctor. Handles was created by the 11th Doctor. The moment before. And also with Doctor Who, we all know, or at least we're supposed to know, that when it comes to Doctor Who, when we see the adventures of Doctor Who on the actual TV show, it's implied that other things happen in between episodes we just don't always get the chance to see. Which means Handles is in those, what I call the gaps of Doctor Who. Within episode, between episodes, there's that gap of clearly other adventures that happen. This is what writers, when it comes to BBC books and audio adventures, take complete advantage of. They look for the gaps between the narratives of the TV show, and they fill it with other adventures. It is so hard to realize or think that between Day of the Doctor and Time of the Doctor, the 11th Doctor had an adventure where he somehow got a hold of a Cyberman head and created Handles? Is it so hard for you to stretch your imagination to that possibility? If it is, there's nothing I can do. Now, I know a lot of people do know or aware that Handles is not a plot hole. This video was just to make people fully aware Handles is not a plot hole, in case you were still going with that. Because I even heard another person in a video reference Handles as a plot hole. And it's like, well, if you're going to do videos here on YouTube, I don't want you going out there not knowing the definition of certain things, and then eventually, over time, people realize you gave them the wrong information about something. It's not a fun feeling. Believe me, not a very fun feeling. So yes, Handles, when it comes to Handles, I admit, he's a character I personally loved in Time of the Doctor. I liked the idea of the Doctor walking around with this Cyberman head, and it's like a companion to him. That's what it was. Handles was literally like a companion to the 11th Doctor. He was like a better version of Chameleon. Chameleon was a companion from the 5th Doctor's era. Yeah, but honestly, Chameleon, to me, I thought the Handles was a much more better version of Chameleon. So, yes, I like Handles, but I promise you it's not my love for the character of Handles and his relationship with the Doctor in the Time of the Doctor that's making me see this. No, no matter what, if Handles was a plot hole, I would tell you he was. He does not even count in any way, shape, or form as a plot hole. Just letting you know innocently. That's where I'm just letting you know. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Have you seen Time of the Doctor? Sorry, hiccup there. Have you seen Time of the Doctor? Have you not seen it? If you did, what did you think about Handles? Did you not care for him? Did you care for him? And all tomato, all subjectivity. That's who we are. Either way, thank you guys so very much. You were awesome. I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye guys.